Well, hello. I'm here today with Scott Lupold. We're so excited to see the USC baseball field. It's in pristine condition, but just wanted to visit with him on Grass Half Full and get some of his intake on what's going on with his job and the turfgrass that he's working with and what benefits it brings and what challenges it has. So, Scott, I'm happy to be here with you, and we've been chatting a little bit. Really interesting insights that you have. Could you just tell us a little bit about some of your challenges with this grass field?
With the grass in general, or just kind of maintaining the field? Because there's two totally different things. I mean, the grass itself, I think the biggest challenge is just being able to manage the stresses of, especially in college baseball. College baseball is a lot of activity. We talked about this before, but opening day is tomorrow, which is February 17th, I believe. But they've been on the field nonstop since about January 5th.
Practicing?
Between practices, team camps, and individual camps, and prospect camps, and stuff like that. I think we probably already had 15 games out here played.
Wow.
30 practices. Sometimes they're doing 2 a day. Sometimes they're practicing in the morning, and then having a camp maybe on the back of that. So being able to figure out how to get the grass to be able to survive the high traffic areas with all of that traffic is probably the biggest challenge in this set for sure.
So a secret to that is what, you guys working 24/7? How do you keep up with all that?
Well, there's a piece to that that's probably true, especially in baseball where there's so much maintenance on the infield here. There's not a whole lot you're doing to the grass post practice or anything. You're definitely trying to clean it up to keep the play out of the grass because I don't smash down to the edges and stuff instantly. But the majority of the post practice and post game work is about the dirt. So, in baseball, it seems like while they're on it, you spend 90% of your time preparing your dirt before the event. The minute they leave, that's when you can start going to work on your grass. Now, if they don't leave, you have to get creative. So, realistically, the only thing you can do is we've tried, throwing pre-germ into some areas and into home plate, so pre-germ seed, a lot of information. This is native soil field, so it tends to get hard by nature. So the only way to combat that is to constantly try to, at least be needle tining and at least get some oxygen down, breaking up some of the contraction. Really, really just trying to hang on until opening day. Because once the season starts, ironically enough, Major League Baseball, your best field is on opening day. Yeah. And you showcase it, and then you hang on for dear life. College baseball, you try to limp to opening day, and then they finally go out of town. And then you can get some time to get in and actually start to work on your grass. So you usually have a better field at the end of the year than you even do at the beginning.
Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of a juggling act. What exactly, I think you mentioned you have Tahoma underneath you.
We do.
What else do you have going on?
So we just replaced this field last year for the first time in 30 years here at USC. The grade had really fallen in this repair. We did a couple of things, some alterations to the grade of the infield in the last season. But by and large, the thing needed to be, the only way to really address it was to take it out, till it up, which was incredible for the soil after 30 years to finally bust up any of these layers. We went from thinking we were going to need to possibly replace the entire irrigation system because of lack of coverage to just rototilling the surface and having water infiltrate more even. The system's still not perfect, but it's usable. And by just doing that, you're able to save X amount of dollars and stuff like that. But so when we replaced the field, we replaced it with Tahoma 31. We've got it pretty much everywhere on our fields now, except for soccer. When that stadium is built, we will go to that as well. The practice football field is it. Baseball now in the Coliseum. We've got 5 new fields coming this year at the Coliseum. We have to replace that. They will already at home. And then right around November, as soon as fall practice is over, they'll play on the Bermuda grass all through the fall. And as soon as we get any time that they go away, we start to oversee. You're seeded about, I'd say about 15 pounds per thousand, covered with blankets. I was covered for about, from first water activation through germination. So it's about was about 7 to 10 days that it was covered. Blankets off, mowed it, immediately started spraying it with pre-net just to slow it down. We were going to use the blankets so much. We just didn't want to waste all that energy just shooting that all. Root development, tillering, and trying to establish really fast because we don't really have that long. December is cold.
That's what's going on. It's cold.
It is cold in California. People don't like to believe it, but at nighttime it can be, it's in the high 30s, low 40s.
Yeah.
And that's not great for establishing ryegrass. It's great. It's up, it's fine, but not for establishing it. So having it under the cover and making sure that we're a mature ryegrass stand when the team gets back on it for that stresses we were talking about is probably the most important thing to do.
Great. Yeah, we have done some work on breeding ryegrasses and bluegrasses that can germinate better with cooler temperatures. Maybe there's a little bit of hope there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you were just mentioning that you took out some of the artificial turf that you were using in field. What's the story there?
Yeah, so we had, like in baseball, they kind of call it a halo. If you're around college baseball, you'll see that most, I would say, most natural grass fields have gone to some sort of artificial turf piece, either at minimum behind home plate for when people are standing around hitting fungos and standing around the batting cage, if not even all the way up their artificial or up the sidelines and doing the entire foul territory. We had an old stand of it. The grade had really settled. The turf was not in very good shape, and it was filthy. You're getting around the plate, you get rains, water's run, or muddy water runs, and now it's in the artificial turf. There's nothing we can do about it.
It's an interesting concept. I never thought about it that way. Artificial turf, stuck with it until you do the whole take it out. Whereas grass is natural and replaceable and rejuvenated, so you can always redo it.
Right.
Awesome. Well, I think we've had a good chat today, and I appreciate your time, and I think everybody will really learn from your insights. So thank you so much for all you do. I know managing sports field is the toughest job, and I really appreciate what you do. And you guys and gals that do that don't get all the credit that they need on TV, etc. So I want to give you some here today.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. The guys, they take a lot of pride in it, and they're really hard to keep it at the level it's at.
You have a great team.
I do. Very fortunate for that.